Hi guys, welcome to our video. So today we are back with our another video of generative AI series that we are already doing for past few weeks. So in the last video we discussed about one of the prompting strategies like few or zero shot prompting strategy. So this video is in continuation with what we discussed in the previous video. So today we are bringing you another type of prompting strategy which you can effectively use if you are using AI tools in your day-to-day activities. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Now, a lot of you would be using the AI tools now since our last video was released on the few or zero shot prompting. So whosoever is viewing our video today, so I think a lot of people will be using different kind of AI tools. One of the AI tools we are demonstrating in the today's video is ChatGPT, which is most widely used since its inception in 2022. Apart from that, there are many other tools available for different type of usage, like for creating an article, creating code, creating website, creating some blogs, or creating some images and all that. So there are different set of tools available in the market right now. So today we're gonna discuss about one of the prompting strategy effectively which we can use in one of for one of our use cases in our day-to-day activities, which is chain of thoughts prompting. In the last video, we discussed about few or zero shot prompting. So we're gonna use few or zero shot prompting also in the chain of thought prompting to make it more effective as well. Okay. Now, without I think discussing more theoretically, let's try it practically actually and what it is. Let's explore that first. Now, I'll just briefly explain you what is chain of thoughts. So, chain of thoughts is basically prompting strategy where we use this strategy where we have the reasoning kind of tasks where we have different let's say I have set of questions for which there is a lot of calculation required to be done. So it's not necessarily to be a math problem, but it can be a reasoning problem where let's say to reach to the final result of the solution or to final solution, you will have to go through multiple calculation steps, multiple let's say reasoning steps, or any other steps which we need to perform to get the final result. It's not like typical generating a content, giving a prompt, let's say I want a blog and so on. So it will give you a content out of it. No, it's not like that. You will give a question. The question should be detailed enough so that the tool can understand your question in detail, and then based on the understanding, it can answer you the required answer. So that is the objective of chain of thoughts prompting. So it cannot be used everywhere, but it has limited set of use cases where you can use. Example I explained you that where you have the reasoning set of problem statements, like if you have a big problem where you wanna split that problem into multiple chunks and get their task done in multiple steps, and then eventually you get the final answer. So this is one of the examples. Now let's try this prompt. Now, as we discussed in the previous video, there is a framework of prompting also, which we need to take care of whenever we are using any kind of prompt. Let's say now I take that framework also in mind. So, considering that framework, I am giving ChatGPT a role first, which is act as a reasoning expert. Now, I'm saying I want you to read my question below carefully and give me the final answer. Okay. Now my question is, I had $100 at start of the day. I bought lunch for $10 and Coke for 10 cents. Bought gift for my sorry for my daughter for $1 and 50 cents, and a gift for my son worth $2 and let's say 20 cents, and donated $10 on the way, and I had to get $50 in cash on the way from my friend, and in the end, I gave uh, maybe 10 cents to the parking guy for parking the car. Now tell me how many dollars I have, how much money I have. Okay, now let's look at the prompt first. Actually, what is the problem? Where I'm using this? Now, firstly, I'm following the prompting framework as I told you. I'm firstly giving it a role, act as a reasoning expert, which means the chat GPT, after reading this first few words, it will come to know that it has to act as a reasoning expert. Then I am asking it to answer the question which I have listed down below, which actually has a multiple series of tasks which I have done. Okay. Now I have bought. I had the. I had some amount of money at the start of the day. I bought something. I bought something, and then I did something. Then I got the money. So I've done multiple set of calculations here, and then in the end, I'm asking how much money I have. So this is one of the example of let's say a question which I have, but there can be multiple series of answers or multiple series of questions based on your profile right now. Let's say you are a research analyst, so where you have to research on different areas and you have to get the answers in the end. So let's say you are researching for a new product market fit for your new idea or so. So then you will go ahead and say that, hey, I have this product in mind. I want you to reason me the correct marketing strategy for this product, considering this product is being sold by this vendor, this country, these are the users who are buying it. I want you to break down this problem multiple step by step and see what will be the eventual good strategy to sell this product in this country and with which I can earn this much amount. So let's say this is the problem statement for you. Now this is where you can use this. So one example is research analysts, scientists who have multiple set of problems they have to drill down into different tasks and all. And other way, the software developers, the way we are working on, like we can have a big problem statement and we can break that into multiple steps, and that will be giving to this tool. Now what happens is this tool basically analyzes the problem in detail, and then the tool also enhances its learning, and the tool also gets more understanding about your question, what you are expecting. So that's why the tool gets the better of your question. So this is one of the prompting strategy that we have. Now I have prompted it. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it's doing some calculations. It has done some calculation, and let's see. Starting on was $100, lunch $10, coke 10 cents, gift is this, and so on. So 100 minus 10, 90, 90 minus 10 cents, 89.90, then 150, which is 88.40, then 220, which is 86.20, 86.20, 76.20, then 50. Yeah, so it has given me the correct answer in the end, but it's a very simple problem, and obviously it has given us the correct answer. So you see, this is the basic funda of chain of thoughts prompting. Now if let's say if it won't have given us the correct answer, so what should we have done? What else would have tried? Okay, now what else we could have tried is we could have tried mixing the zero or few shots prompting. Let's say I take the same prompt again, and I take it. Okay, now I'll add something below this. While you are calculating and uh, add different steps and doing the reasoning, do follow the examples listed below where I have demonstrated step by step breakdown, where I've explained how to do actually how to do step by step breakdown. Okay, I think there is some issue in the screen. Let me just try and refresh it and see if it works. Yeah. Okay, so I think the prompt is gone off. Let's me try again. So while calculating, review the examples below that shows the step by step breakdown and how you can also try doing it before coming with final answer. Now below this you can write, let's say I have this question 1, which is, let's say, example question 1, where you can write again a similar format, a reasoning question. So same thing you can write here, and then you can say that this is the answer, or let's say the steps, then step 1, that is so and so, then step 2, that is so and so, that is step 3, that is so and so, and then in the answer, then answer in the end. So this is just one example. You can add multiple examples actually. So this is actually a few and zero shot prompting, so where you are actually giving some examples also in the original prompt, like you have the chain of thoughts prompting which you have already thought through, but then you are adding your few examples also in case you feel that the answer given by the tool is not correct. Okay, so this makes it more, I would say, strong to use. The chain of thoughts prompting gets more stronger, and it is expected to give you better answer if you give it more examples, more related examples to your problem statement actually. So if you are a research analyst, so try and giving some examples in the similar domain. If you are a scientist, try and giving the similar examples in the scientist, from the scientist field itself. So that is where this makes it more effective and more beneficial as well for you. Now another thing is, there are some downsides also, and there are some things which you need to be careful also while where you have to use this. Now chain of thoughts prompting is actually having some considerations also which you need to care about. One is, we need to uh, be cautious about which tool we are using, or which AI model we are using under the hood when we are using this prompt. That is one thing which we need to be cautious about. Like now here I'm using ChatGPT. Now as we know, ChatGPT is being trained on huge amount of data set, and it has which has wide variety of knowledge in inbuilt. So that's where I can rely on ChatGPT in terms of answering for my set of questions. But let's say if I go to a AI model which is not trained so much as compared to ChatGPT, or maybe let's not half of it, so then it makes challenging for that tool to give you correct answer, even if you give some examples also. Uh, so the prompt actually matters where you are or which tool you are using under the hood. So if you are using ChatGPT, your prompt may be very smaller and still you get a good answer. But if you go to some other open source AI model, or let's say some model which is not so well trained, so then it may not give you correct answer for the same prompt. So there, if you go, you will have to revise your prompt, and then you may get a better answer. So this is one thing you have to be cautious about when you are using this kind of prompting strategy. The other thing is which you need to be careful about is the length of the prompt. So you need to write detailed steps, what actually you need, what actually you did. Okay, so the way I written, like the calculations and all, so the way I written, you need to write also in the similar way. Okay, so that is one thing which we need to be careful, or which we need to be thoughtful about as well. That is depicting your problem statement in detail, as detailed as you can, so that the AI model can understand your problem in detail, and at the same time it can do the multiple steps calculation also in detail and give you the good answer or a proper answer. So detailing in the question is very important. Now with this, actually the other downside comes in is with detailing. Whenever you send any prompt to AI model, so every AI model has some limitation of how many words or how many tokens you can send. So let's say for AI chat GPT, it might be longer. For other AI model which you are using, that for that it might be smaller. So when you are detailing the question, you need to be careful about how many tokens you are using and how much length you are left with. So that is also one thing you need to be careful about when you're using this kind of prompting strategy. So to summarize in the end, so this prompting strategy cannot be or should not be used by all the AI users who are using the different AI set of tools. This can be used by the only, or this should be used by only those users who have some kind of calculation kind of work, or they want to reason something, or they have multiple steps of work to, like, they have big tasks and they want to break down their task into multiple sub tasks, and calculation of all those tasks will get them the better answer. So rather than taking the problem big, getting it answered directly, rather than that, breaking down that into multiple steps is a better way for them to solve the problem. Those are the users who should be using chain of thoughts prompting technique. So that's about it in today's video. We'll keep on bringing you more frequent video as we go along now. So we are trying to increase the frequency of these videos actually going forward. So if you like our content, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share as much as you can. And if you have certain topic in mind which you wanna see in the next videos or upcoming videos, do share in the comment as well. Thank you. Bye.